laser alignment and how to set this up with big text blue screen set. Something you're interested in? It's coming right up. Welcome back to Mechanical and Electrical Things. Jerome JT62 back here once again with you. This one we're going to look at installing a laser crosshair using big Texas blue screen set. I already have the controller removed. I'm going to take this inside the house upstairs and I'm going to show you what you have to do in order to get this to work. We're going to mount the laser in this area right here using this bar stock. I think I'm just going to tap and drill some holes, maybe 4mm, and screw that in. I really don't want to pull the strut off, but I will if I have to. So let's go ahead and get this inside. Dive into it. We'll be right back. Okay, I've got this moved upstairs. I'm hoping I'm not going to be too shaky here and I can get you some good footage here. You've seen my controller video on the build of this box. You notice we have a new addition to the family here, and that is I've added a 4th axis. I have a rotary axis on order. That's a video that'll be coming up soon. Still waiting on it. And we're going to be talking about how to install that. But the axis, the stepper driver, and the wiring, it's all complete and ready to go. So back to the laser. Big Text does not provide much information, or actually he doesn't provide any information on how to get the laser working. All you see on the videos are the laser installed, automated, it comes on, goes off, zeroes the X and Y axis, and that's it. So what you're gonna need is your breakout board. You're gonna need an extra axis. When I built this box, I intentionally bought the largest or the most amount of axes that I could control, which was 6. This is a no frills board. There's no relays or anything like that on there. And at this point, by adding this laser, this board is full. I have one more pin input. If I wanted to do anything else, I would have to buy another board. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but who knows. But this is full. With that being said, you're going to need that extra axis. If you look here, you have your X, Y, Z, A, B, C axis, and this is the C axis right here, which is pin, I believe, 16 and 17. It's the last set of axis, and I'm using pin 16. If you see the red wire right here, that next, so this will be step and direction. I'm choosing to use pin 16. So that is going to be your positive. Your negative is just your common ground. You can ground it. It doesn't matter this side or that side. Both of these are tied together. Some people say that this ground is just for this axis, or these axes on this side, and that's not true. These are tied together. so it doesn't matter which one you use, but your negative goes to your common ground, and your positive, you can use either pin 16 or 17. This right here is the biggest thing. It took me a long time to figure out how to do this. I searched high and low. I finally came across a thread, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Mach 3. We're going to open it up. We're going to use the computer that I have up here. I have Mach 3 loaded up on there with big Texas blue screen, and I'm going to show you the settings that you need to make in order to get this laser to turn on. So we're going to spin around there and take a look at it. Okay, so here is the blue screen set from Big Tex, and you'll notice you'll see a laser on. This is what controls the laser. And then laser 0, both of these buttons have been reassigned from the basic, I guess, 1024 screen set. And here's your 0 and your plate offset. I really highly recommend this screen. The only problem is when I go to Mach 3's website, this screen set is still there, but you can't download it for some reason. I suggest you contact Big Tex via email. I'll provide a link to his email. It's thomas@gmail.com, and purchase it however you have to through him, which was going to be through PayPal, but he can tell you how to get to that download. So let's go ahead and move on here. The first thing you're going to have to do is you need to go to your configuration, ports and pins, and when this screen opens up, the biggest thing that you have to do here is go to spindle setup and look right down here. Generally, this is going to be check marked. You need to uncheck disable flood and mist relays. The disable spindle relay, don't worry about that one. This is the one you want to use. If you look here, you're going to see which channel this is assigned to, and this one, the mist is 3, and the flood, or I'm sorry, the mist is 4, and the flood is 3. You want to use the flood. So you're going to be looking at pin, or when we get to that screen, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then it says your output signals are 1 to 6. So just remember 3. After you do that, you need to go to output signals. Now you're going to scroll down here to output 3. You're going to uncheck this, leave it at port 1, and then put your pin number that we just talked about that I showed you, and in this case it's going to be 16. Then you're going to hit apply, OK, and make sure you go up here to configuration and save settings. So now you'll see if when I hit the laser on, this will light. You see that? And that now sends power to your laser. And then your laser 0, these two buttons work in conjunction with each other. And when we get this all together, we'll go down and look at that. This is how you get that laser to work and turn on and turn off. It's pretty simple. but it's not simple if nobody's showing you how to do it. So we're going to get back down to the machine. I am going to 3D print a holder for the laser. I haven't got the laser yet. I do have the dimensions. I may just print one up, install it. I think it may be here tomorrow. So I'll install the mount and everything, and then we can take a look at that. So we'll get going on that, and we'll be right back. I kind of forgot to add one extremely important step here, and you would have been cursing me if I didn't show you this, but you need to go to configuration, ports and pins, output signals. Then when you get here, make sure that output, in this case it was 3, that you check active low. And then hit apply, OK, and save settings. If you don't do that, then you'll notice the power is always on, or it'll be opposite. If you hit the laser button, it'll turn off, or vice versa, it'll turn on. If it does the opposite of what you want, just remember to go back into configuration, ports and pins, output signals. Come down to that output, and if this is not checked, check it. If it's checked, uncheck it, so that you get those desired results. Well, the laser came in, and one thing became clear, and that was I was not going to be able to mount it on this frame here, because this stays stationary and all my wiring moves up and down on this axis. So that wasn't an option. What I did was ended up going up again in Fusion 360, love that program, designed up a bracket, or housing if you will, to hold the laser. So that is going to go on this side right here. It's self-centering. If you look at it, you see the little legs, so it's going to be parallel and perpendicular to my surface. You pretty much put it wherever you want it. This is a focusable laser. There is one thing I wanted to mention. I am going to put a note up front, but on the wiring here, you want to put your positive straight to your power supply. The negative is what's controlled off of your board. So the negative is 16, the positive goes straight to the power supply. I'm going to connect this up and turn it on, give you a little look there. Then we'll, I'm just going to stick that on there with double-sided tape. And then I have an idea for getting my laser offsets here, which are right there. You have to input those in there in order for when you hit laser on, it turns on. Put the laser where you want it. When you hit laser 0, it will put your bit where it's supposed to be. So let me hook this up real quick and we'll take a look at it. Alright, so I connected this up real quick. It's not going to be centered or anything right now at this point. It's just with banana plugs here. So if I hit put my camera here, the laser on, there you go. Turns the laser on, turn it off. So let me go ahead and finish this section up right here, and I'll show you how I plan on getting my laser 0. Be right back. Alright, so went ahead and got the wiring on there. That's just a double-sided tape. I'm going to do a reference all home. Then I'll bring this bit back over here. This is an 1/8 inch bit chucked up in here. I'll just roll it around in there, get a center. Zero my DROs, then I'll turn the laser on, jog it over to the center of that point, and then I should be able to enter those values into my laser offset. So what this is supposed to do is, let's just say I wanted to pick this corner up with the laser and I wasn't using like a triple edge finder or something, really quick. You just jog it over to wherever you want the laser to be, or the center of the bit. Then you hit laser 0, then it'll turn the laser off and bring this over to that corner. So if everything works out the way I'm hoping, or it should, we'll come back and I'll just throw something up here real quick so you can see how it works. So let me get that done. Let me get everything zeroed out, get the coordinates entered, and we'll come back and take a look at it. Okay, so I got this all tidied up the way I want it. This is going to be the permanent mounting. And I'm going to give you a little demonstration of how this works. You still have to find your zero your Z with your plate. But after that, you can pretty much jog the material wherever, with a laser, wherever you want it. Remove this. Let's just say I wanted to start right here. I jog the laser to that point. Then I'll hit laser 0, and it'll move the bit right to where the laser was. So I'm going to zero the Z-axis out, get that out of the way, and we'll come back and look at the rest of it. Okay, the Z is zeroed, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the laser on here. Find it. You'll see it lit the crosshair. We'll just jog this to just an arbitrary point here. Which is right there, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark this center. If I can get this here. Somewhere about there, I think you can see the little black dot there. Now what I'll do is I'll go to laser 0, and it'll move the laser out of the way, and it'll move the bit over to where the laser is. So now if I jog down, let me darken this point. I made the dot a little bit darker. So let's go to 0, and the tip of that bit should be on that dot. We'll go to Z. Yeah, it's pretty close. I could have moved the board or whatever, but you get what this does. So if I were to jog this over to this corner, I don't have to do the Z anymore once I know my height. We can page this up. We can turn the laser on. We can jog. Let's just try to get to this corner as best we can. Actually, I need to put the laser there. beauty of this is you don't have to zero your DROs anymore. When you hit laser 0, it'll zero your DROs for you. You see what I see? See what I mean? So if we go to Z0, it should be in the corner. There we go. So that is the purpose of a laser with the big text blue screen. Do you need this? No. It's a feature that can speed up whatever you're doing, wherever you're setting your material up. If you're putting something like right in the center, you don't have to do any measuring. You know where it's going to be. You can just set that laser, it sets your DROs, and sets everything up for you. So that's that. I hope you got something out of this one. We have another video coming up shortly, and that one is going to be the mount of the 4th axis and how we're going to go about putting this on this table. So we'll close this one. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them as best I can. I'll leave links for the laser. Big text blue screen, I'll leave his email. As I said earlier, it was I couldn't download it or find a link to download it from Mach 3's website, although the blue screen is still there. So you'll probably have to contact him directly through his email. And once again, thanks for watching.